So the last section, in the other section, I was teaching about the reality of heaven, but now I want to continue, with the reality of hell, and then I will tell us what will make you, what will make one, to enter into hell is what I'll begin to tell you today. It's really very important. So, like I said in the other video, we have three types of heaven, and then we have three types of hell, and I'll begin to mention these types of hell, okay, so that you know, because many people are not aware of it. When they mention hell, you think it's the place where fire is being set up and people are burning and people are shouting and people are crying, so, but we are going to really look into all this now. I want to tell us what is hell actually. Hell was created, if you read the book of Matthew chapter 25, you see that hell was created for the devil and his demons. It was not actually created for human beings. But we have three types of hell, so that we'll have a view of what hell is. So the first word for hell is called, the Jewish people, they call it Sheol, while the Greek, they call it Hades. These two are the same thing but different language. So the Jews, they call it Sheol, while the Hebrews, the Greeks, they call it Hades. Now, what is Hades and Sheol? They mean one thing. Now, Hades and Sheol means the place of the departed spirit. The place of the departed spirit. So when people die, they are buried in the grave. So another word for Hades and Sheol is grave. That is why, if you engage with some denomination, they will tell you that the word hell means grave. So they are not wrong when they are talking about Hades and Sheol. So Hades and Sheol means grave, the word of the departed, soul or spirit. So the body just lies there in Hades. And the second type of hell I want to talk about now is Gehenna. And if you trace the background of Gehenna, how it came to place, I want to explain, because this is the one people call hellfire, And the first place the word hell was mentioned is in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 22, where I say we bring him to the lowest hell. The lowest hell means grave. He was talking about grave. Okay, so now when we talk about Gehenna is seen in it started in a place called the Valley of Hinnom, where King Ahaz started doing human sacrifices and was burning something around that place. So when it proceeded further, because of the consistent human sacrifice that was being carried out there, another king came called King Manasseh. Manasseh came and then started doing human sacrifice again around that Valley of Hinnom. And so because of how that place was consistently burning because of sacrifices, which of course human sacrifice was what was made. Now when they sacrificed a human being, now listen very carefully, the fire consumed them totally. Mark that one. The fire consumed them until they are dead. Human sacrifice, right? So they will just burn to ashes. And so after some time, the children of Israel, they started throwing dirt in that place. People started throwing dirt in that place. As they were throwing dirt, waste and all those things, they were throwing it and they were burning it with fire. So consistently, anytime you go to that place, the Valley of Hinnom, you see that place called Gehenna. It's always burning with fire. Every time it's burning. Every time it's burning. The reason why it's burning consistently is because they are always throwing waste and rubbish and dirt in that place. And so it keeps on burning and burning and burning because they keep on throwing waste there. Okay? So that is the word Gehenna. So every time Jesus spoke about Gehenna, hellfire, if you read the book of Mark chapter 8, 44 and the rest, you will see he was always talking about it. He said, if your eyes will, if your eye will put you in trouble, just take it out. So say it is better for you to go into heaven, maybe, than for you to go into hellfire, with your full body. They now said, where the worm dieth not, or the fire is not quenched. So this thing they bring up and they tell us that people will stay in hell and they'll be crying forever and ever. It's not true. Nobody will stay in hell and be crying forever and ever. That's not true. Why do I say so? Anytime they mention the word hellfire, where people are burning, they are talking about Gehenna. They are taking the instance of how those things are burned. So when Jesus said the fire is not quenched, what Jesus was trying to say is, until that fire consumes the people totally, it will not quench. And he said, where the worm dieth not. If you go to a place where somebody dies and the worm is eating up the person, the worm will not stop until the worm have totally eaten up the person's body. So that's what Jesus was saying. The worm will not die until it finish eating the body. The fire will not quench until it consume the body. That is total destruction. So those people who will not come to Christ, they have this. And then the last one is called Tartarus. Tartarus is found in the book of Jude. It's also hell, where it's called underground prison, where angels were what? Where angels were caged. They left their former place, their former state, and they came to do what's not good, and they are caged there. So that is called Tartarus. So in the next video, I'll tell you what you would do for you to what people do that will take them to hell. Because actually there's no actual place where they are born, where you'll be born in forever and ever and ever. That's not true. But by the end of the day, I'll tell us how this is. God bless you.